Hello fellow mutants, welcome back to another video, and in this video, as I'm getting blinded by the sun, I'm going to talk about the Marvels, which has been out for a few weeks with the, when this video is uploaded. Essentially, the Marvels is a semi-Captain Marvel sequel, and I say semi because, like, she shares a crap ton of, screen time with with Miss Marvel and Captain Rainbow. So essentially, there's this person that gets this bangle, right? That's identical to Miss Marvel's bangle, and she is trying to restore her planet because apparently, like, Captain Marvel fucked up the planet's atmosphere when Captain Marvel went to the planet, this person's home planet, destroyed the AI, and now like the atmosphere of said planet is crap. And so the bad guy's planet tries to like get some resources to bring life back to her planet. That's the bad guy's motivation right there. While the bad guy is doing that, Captain Marvel and Captain Rainbow trust this like little glowy mysterious thing that causes those two plus Miss Marvel to swap powers every single time. They like swap places every single time they use their powers, which is like really inconsistent, if I'm being honest with you guys. And the reason why I'm saying that is because they establish every time we use our powers, we swap places, right? And I have to say, the reason why I'm saying this is kind of somewhat inconsistent, because there's a few times when the three characters uses their powers and there is no power switching happening. Sure, there are times when like they do like switch locations, but like I want to say there's at least like 5, maybe 10 times when they like individual characters use their powers and they don't switch. So I don't know. I saw some inconsistencies with that role that they set up pretty early on. And then of course Miss Marvel, or the Marvels, tries to stop the bad guy from achieving her goal. We see Monica Rambeau kind of expression that she felt abandoned by Captain Marvel, and how because like she held on what Captain Marvel said to her in the first movie when she was a little girl, that she would be back in no time, and Captain Marvel said, I thought I had to like complete this so you didn't have to see a different side of me than being the perfect Captain Marvel. And Monica Rambeau says, I all I wanted is my auntie. I didn't care about you being the Captain Marvel. I just wanted my Aunt Carol, or whatever Captain Marvel's real name is. And I do like the first time we see the three work together. Who's on the Kree homeworld essentially. Miss Marvel being the newbie on the block, she is trying to save everyone, and she didn't understand at the time that and I know I'm kind of going all over the place in terms of the timeline of the movie, but I do like how like Miss Marvel was trying to save everyone, and how like it was hard for her to understand that sometimes you can't save everyone, that there are times when you have to like let some people die, unfortunately, while allowing while rescuing others. You gotta sometimes rescue the few that you can rescue, and unfortunately sacrifice the others. And Captain Marvel at first did kind of say that kind of cold, which Captain Marvel kind of later apologized for how she talked to her, but it can still get where Captain Marvel was trying to say to Miss Marvel, which they practiced the whole swapping places bit. And then we went to this planet where the bad guy went next, where it's mostly water. And on this planet, which I have to say was basically the best part, or amongst the best part of the movie, where the people there, not at least 90% of them, can only understand you if you're singing. That little bit when we got there was pretty cool. And I loved how we got to see Iman Filani, I think is her last name is Filani. I like how we saw Iman Filani just do a little dancing, and how the other two were serious. I love that, and how even Monica Rambeau got called out because one of the people was greeting them, saying one of the people could look more cheerful or something like that. I burst out laughing. Was nice touch. And we see the Prince and Captain Marvel do this little dance and sing. And I'm pretty sure that Brie Larson was had help from Autotune. Cause it didn't seem like Brie Larson should have been that good. I should say, it didn't seem like Brie Larson was that good at singing, so she needed a bit of auto-tune. And if I'm wrong about that, about the auto-tunes that was entirely just Brie Larson, no auto-tune, as difficult as a person you may be, that based on what I've heard, Brie Larson, good job if that was 100% you. And in terms of the Prince is bilingual, in terms of he speaks song and he speaks talking, which I never thought I would utter those words or that sentence ever, but yeah. So instead of the bad guy comes to the planet, tries to drain the water from the planet, the king, his people, and the Marvels all fight the army and the head honcho, right? And then we get into space with the Marvels. Captain Marvel is being that arrogant person that she usually is. Miss Marvel does the whole teleportation thing. We get this whole heartfelt conversation I mentioned earlier about how, Captain Marvel was telling Monica that she meant every word of coming back, but she couldn't. She felt like she couldn't because she wanted to be that person, that Monica, to live up to that perfect Captain Marvel for Monica. And that's when Monica said, I didn't need the perfect Captain Marvel. I didn't want that perfect Captain Marvel. I just wanted you. And so we have this Kodak moment where Captain Marvel said, I'm glad you're here. Looks at Miss Marvel and said, I'm here. I'm happy you're here too. So essentially, we go back to the space station, right? Because Captain Marvel kind of realizes that the bad guy's going to every place that Captain Marvel called home. So we go to the space station, and something bad happens to the space station. we see the cat gave birth to a shit ton of cats. Um, and so we only have one escape pod. So we get this part, which is honestly like made me laugh, where like the cats gobble the employees up, mostly employees up. And the reason why that part made me laugh is not exactly so much the scene itself, but what song they decided to play. And for those of you who are not familiar, who has not seen the movie adaptation of this, or the musical version of this, which both are adaptations of a book, they were playing the song Memory from the Cats musical slash movie. It was the Cats movie was essentially a remake of the musical, and the musical was a retelling in a way, or like a live action version of a book that came out. I love the Cats musical. If you guys have a chance to listen to the Cats musical soundtrack, please do so. Do not watch the Cats movie because that is an insult to the Cats musical. But I laughed at when the whole Memory song played when the cats was eating the people, essentially. And fun fact, for those of you who hasn't seen the Cats musical, a little bit of history of the Memory song. Which is minor spoilers to the Cats movie and musical. If you guys haven't seen it and want to see it, so minor spoilers. I should have said spoilers to the Marvels, but at this point, can you guys really get mad at me for spoiling the Marvels? No, you guys can't, because it's been out for like a few weeks now. But anyways, minor spoilers to the Cats musical, essentially. The Memory song, because they sing it twice in the musical, and I believe the first one they played, I believe it was the first one where like the outcast cat was essentially asking the other cats, the other Jellicle cats, for forgiveness, because apparently this cat did something that the other cats wasn't a fan of, so they kicked her out of the pack. So this cat, Gisela, I believe is her name, she was pretty much pleading for the other cat's forgiveness. And by the end of the song, she essentially gets the other cat's forgiveness. And that's part of the reason why I like the Cats musical, because it deals with a bit of redemption. But nah, so like, me knowing that, and them like using that song as they were gobbling as they used it to have the cats gobble the workers, so like it can be easier for them to like use escape pods, made me laugh. So I like, thank you for that laugh, and thank you for that nostalgia for me with that song. So I have to say, like, out of the entire movie, that scene alone, and it's mostly because of the music, is my favorite scene, to be honest. Anyways, Nick Fury and the cast and the crew make it down to Earth in time, which now like the alien cats and the normal cats can breed, and it's gonna be a hot mess. But essentially the Marvels fights the bad guy or bad gal, the bad female of the movie, because the bad guy of the movie is a female, and she gets both bangles. She already has one bangle, but she gets Miss Marvel's bangle. She gets destroyed in her hubris. And while that was happening, the bad person, villain of the movie, opened up tear in the fabric of the universe where we are seeing another universe. So Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel used their energy to blast it into Captain Rambeau. Captain Rambeau goes on into the alternate universe, closes that gap, so you get stuck in the universe. And I'll discuss that later because we see Captain Rambeau again by the after credit scene. Essentially, we see like the cons moving into what I'm guessing is the Captain Rambeau's the Rambeau's house, right? And we see after this like little bonding scene moment between Kamala Khan and Miss Marvel or Captain Marvel, we see Kamala Khan in Haley Steinfeld's Kate Bishop's place, right? Because Haley Steinfeld was Kate Bishop in the Hawkeye show, which I enjoyed, and immediately Haley Steinfeld was the main reason why I watched Hawkeye. I'm not going to lie. She was the main reason why I saw Hawkeye. Anyways, Hawkeye, sorry. So Haley's Hawkeye. So Kate Bishop walks in. Kamala Khan is pretty much the Nick Fury of the situation. She makes a little nod to Ant-Man's daughter. It says, "I have a proposal for you. Can you please? You think you're the only superpower being out there? I mean, there's me and only me at the moment, but I'm putting together a group. Pretty much that after credit scene that we got in the first Iron Man film, we're getting in here, but Miss Marvel is the Nick Fury of the situation, and Kate Bishop is the Tony Stark of this scenario, of the comparison. If that makes sense, that I'm trying to make." The credits go around. We see after credits section. We see Malcolm Rambeau and in like this medical wing. We see that she sees her mother. Also, she thinks so. She gets excited. She's dealing with all these emotions. Telling her mother, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." Turns out that's not even her mother. Like, as the face of her mother, it's a variant of her mother. And we see Beast from the X-Men. And getting a tease that we're going to the X-Men. And then credit scene. I saw it. Admittedly, I saw the movie twice. First time solo, second time with my dad. And I only seen it second time with my dad because he really wanted to see the Marvels with me. So, as a good time, I saw the Marvels with him. And my dad even said, when they kind of like feel like they're overusing the whole multiverse thing, which I agree with him. I've been stating for a little bit that I'm kind of tired of the multiverse. I think the multiverse should be used as a special event type deal. Part of the reason why I enjoy both Turtles Forever, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles Forever, and the Arrowverse, Crisis on Infinite Earths, because those two were used as special events. And that's also why I like No Way Home, because I feel like that was somewhat of a special event. But now I feel like we're getting too much of the multiverse, to be honest. And there was ways they could have introduced the X-Men without having to dive into the multiverse. Like, because if you guys watch Miss Marvel, the show, they even teased the X-Men They even teased that Kamala Khan's a mutant, because her guy best friend said, "You got like mutant genes." I forgot how he said it, but it was something about like how she had mutant genes. Teasing the X-Men. Teasing the X-Men. So they already set it up where they could have brought in the X-Men in universe. Which of course they will have to explain where the X-Men was when the whole Thanos story arc, the Infinity Saga, was taking place. But they could have. My point is, in Miss Marvel, they set up the X-Men being in universe without having to use the multiverse. And I was like, okay. So does this mean that Deadpool 3 will take place in a different universe than the MCU, but still part of the MCU? Or will Deadpool 3 take place in the same dimension as the same universe dimension as the Avengers? Was I kind of doubt that they will have Deadpool 3 in the same universe as the Avengers, probably in that universe where Monica Rambeau was in the after credit scene. But my point is, I'm kind of getting tired of like them just using the multiverse per se. Like, essentially, I have no issue with the multiverse within itself. Even like the Spider-Verse films I enjoyed, but like people like to say there's there's superheroes fatigue or Star Wars fatigue, which is debatable. But right now, if there's a fatigue going on, at least with me, and I don't know with you guys, but at least with me, I'm having a multiverse fatigue, personally. So I don't know. I just want them to like calm down on the whole like multiverse deal. Use the multiverse as like more of a special event type thing, right? We had that in No Way Home. It went good. It went well, in my opinion. They used it in Doctor Strange 2. It felt a little bit redundant, and they missed the mark on that. They used it in the Arrowverse in general. There were sometimes when I felt like somewhat redundant a little bit, but I don't feel like the Arrowverse really used the multiverse as much as they potentially could have, which I'm happy about. But at the same time, they also what's the word? They used the Crisis on Infinite Earths as a special event. They used the multiverse in that, which I enjoyed it. They even like Turtles Forever was a special event to the 2003 Turtles teaming up with the 1987 Turtles, and towards the end of the movie, teaming up with the original Turtles to defeat the 03 version of the Shredder, Ultron Shredder. I'm just getting tired of the multiverse being used like as if there's no like as like no one's business per se. Anyways, what do you guys think? What do you beautiful mutants think? Let me know in the comment section down below. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Kind of one other. I will talk to you, fellow mutants, later. And before I officially end, I didn't exactly hate this movie. There were moments where I did enjoy this movie, but this is not the best movie I've seen. Miss Marvel is the best. The character of Miss Marvel and the actress Iman Vellani are both, I feel like, in my opinion, what was the strongest of the movie. Iman Vellani's performance was the strongest. Her like family dynamic I enjoyed. The rest of the movie was like alright. I feel like the whole like musical world and the cat bit that I mentioned earlier are my like what stood out to me as like really like either really good or just really funny. Cheesy but funny. But after that the movie was alright. It wasn't the best nor the worst film I've seen. Um so again, what do you guys think about the movie? Let me know in the comment section down below. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Be kind to one another. I will talk to you, fellow mutants, later.